Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are talking about the brand new Chanel Les Beiges for summer. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you may know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you get a chance to meet me and have a Zoom chat with me about any beauty or makeup question you have. So to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. Okay, the Chanel Les Beiges. I am so excited about this collection. This isn't always my favorite release, but something about this year, this summer, I am just very much feeling a summer vibe, a summer moment. So I put on my closest Les Beiges outfit that I could find. This is actually a jumpsuit from Old Navy. It is incredibly comfortable and it has pockets. So I thought that this would be a whole look, a whole vibe. Let's go ahead and break down this new release. So I picked mine up through the Chanel Canada website. If you look online under the makeup, if you go through the Healthy Glow makeup, that is where the Les Beiges resides, because this is very much you, but better. You just spent the day at a French Riviera resort. You have like a golden sun-kissed glow. You're very naturally enhanced and luminous. So it's very much a healthy glow look. Now for this release, we have an addition to the Healthy Glow Cream Bronzer family. We have a new shade added. This is a Soleil Tan Deep Bronze. Now this is quite deeper than the other two shades available, which is great. I'm glad they're adding more shade selection available. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one has a little bit more of a cool tone base to it, but if in the past you haven't been able to get a bronzer from Chanel that you wanted to, I really think that this new cream one is going to suit you quite well. I did not pick up that one because it wasn't for me. Now, moving on to the pieces that I picked up and that I was most excited about. These are the Les Beiges Oversize Healthy Glow Highlighting Powders and Bronzers. In Chanel, there already exists the Les Beiges Healthy Glow Powders. I will do some swatch comparisons later on in the video. So this is an exclusive product that's online only. So I've been told. So this is a highlighting powder for a luminous, healthy glow. It's face and body. I would just put it maybe on like the décolleté shoulders area. You know, after you get off of, when you're at the resort all day, you take a shower, you still have like that golden glow on you. You get ready for dinner. Maybe you just put a little bit of shimmer around, that sort of vibe. There are two shades to choose from here. There is a tender pink and a soft peach. Now the compacts for this release are oversized. So this is a regular sized Les Beiges Healthy Glow powder, and this is the new one. It is jumbo, it is oversized, it is massive. I think it's exactly twice the amount. Let me see if I can find weight. So this is the new one here. The large one is 15 grams and this is 12 grams of product. Interesting. So I guess it's really just the compact that's much bigger. You don't actually get that much more product, but that didn't stop me, did it? I'm really interested in the highlighting powder because oftentimes Chanel will come out with a highlighting powder that's much more of a face powder. I got the soft peach because tender pink, that didn't really call to me. I am more of a soft peach type of girl. I like warm peachy vibes, and I thought that soft peach might be a bit too light for me. What's interesting is if you look at the description, it does not say limited edition. Interesting. It just says exclusive product, so perhaps it's permanent. How fascinating. Then we have the Les Beiges Oversized Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed Powder. Translation, it's a powder bronzer, a luminous powder for healthy sun-kissed glow, face and body, of course, and an oversized format. This is a bronzer from the Les Beiges 2 summers ago, I believe, and this is the new oversized one. As you can see, it is twice the size, it is oversized. Now this one here is 15 grams of product for the bronzer, and this one here, Sunset, from 2 summers ago, this one is 10 grams of product. So you don't necessarily get twice as much product, but the compact is twice the size. And what's interesting is if you look inside, it actually looks like, at first I thought it was going to look like quilting, like a Chanel bag, but it's actually minis of the compact itself. Listen, I love packaging. I love how extra it is. I love the fact that it looks like tiny little compacts on the inside. Like what? How ridiculous is that? I love that. It's so cute. It's so minute, and like this attention to detail I love. Now there's also the Les Beiges Illuminating Oil. This is an illuminating dry oil for face, body, and hair with a shimmering veil. This is limited edition. I picked it up because, I don't know, I was just feeling very extra. Something about this, it looks gorgeous. It looks like a giant size of the Les Beiges liquid highlighter. Like this is the highlighter here. This is the body hair oil. It is shimmering. It just looks like a magic potion. It looks like someone captured the sun, mixed in some gold sparkle, and created this. I don't know why I bought it, but I'm really glad that I did. It's really, I don't know, I just think it's really stunning. It says it's for face, body, and hair. I don't know if I would really put it on my face. I guess technically it is safe, but we're gonna go ahead and play with this a little bit later. The packaging, of course, is beige for the Les Beiges collection. I definitely did try to match the best that I could. And we're gonna go ahead and create a look with these new items here. I also have a lot of Les Beiges items from the past several years, so we're gonna go ahead and create a tutorial. So as you can tell, this year they decided to opt out of adding a new Les Beiges eyeshadow palette. For the past several years, they've been adding a new eyeshadow palette to the roster every year. I don't know why they didn't do it this year. They did not consult me on this, but we're going to go ahead and create something with what I already own. Personally, I am drawn towards the warm palette the most. This beautiful, slight peachy pink color, I think is my favorite Les Beiges palette. I think it grew on me a little bit because at first I wasn't really wowed because the Les Beiges eyeshadow formula is much softer. So if you like more softer, natural eyeshadow looks, I think the Les Beiges eyeshadows tend to be very popular. If you have more mature eyes, they just look more flattering. But like I described, the Les Beiges is very much you at a resort after a day in the sun. So I don't know how much eyeshadow I actually feel like wearing. I may in fact just go into my oversized jumbo bronzer here and wear a little bit of it as eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm using my Chanel blender and shader brush. This is dual-ended and retractable. I love their makeup brushes. Every brush is going to be listed in the description box down below. So I'm just going to dip into the palette here, and I'm just going to place this in the crease. I'm also unsure where I want to take this lip look afterwards because, as I mentioned, Les Beiges is very neutral, natural bronzed, but this type of golden goddess look also looks really good on me with an orange lip, so we may have some options at the end. I love using a bronzer as eyeshadow because it just simplifies your look. It's very easy. You have your bronzer on hand, why not just use a bit of it as eyeshadow just to add some depth and warmth to your look. Wow, I just realized I had a very ditzy moment. I did not even tell you which bronzer that I picked up. So there are in fact 3 bronzers available in the jumbo oversized collection, my bad. There's a Sunshine Light, Sunkissed Medium, and a Sunbath Deep. Now I wanted to get the medium, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if I clicked on the wrong one or what happened, but I actually have the deep one here. This is the deepest one in the powder. But if you look at the swatches online, the cream one looks much darker than the powder. So anyway, I have the deep bronzer here. That's what we're working with. I feel like I'm overheating a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and cool off with my Chanel Hydra Beauty Essence Mist. This smells phenomenal. It smells like white peach and melon. It's an essence mist, so you can spritz this on a bare face. If you feel like you're overheating a little bit, it's great to bring at the gym. It's great also to wear over top of makeup just to revive you during the day. It smells phenomenal and it feels very therapeutic. I'm also going to go into a chapstick. This is the Chanel Rouge Coco Baume number 914. This is Natural Charm. Now dipping into my warm palette, I'm just going into this beautiful peachy shade with the opposite end of my brush. And I'm going to knock off quite a bit because I just want to add a little bit of lightness and shimmer. I'm trying to use some of the old campaigns that I've seen for this collection as inspiration, and they always look very, very natural, very subtle. So I don't think I really want to add that much eye makeup because I just feel like that isn't really the vibe that I'm going for. Now taking the definer smudger brush, another dual-ended one, going into this top shade up here. And I'm going to put some underneath the brow bone. And a little bit on the inner corner here, just to highlight. This is going to be it for the eyes. I'm going to go into my Chanel waterproof liner. This is number 88. It's an intense black waterproof liner. And of course, the Volume de Chanel, a classic black mascara. Okay, so normally I would layer a liquid highlighter at this point. This is the Les Beiges Sunkissed liquid highlighter, but I have the powder highlighter and I'm not certain how it's going to look, so I think I will refrain for the time being. Otherwise, I would go into this. Now for the complexion, I'm going into the Water Fresh tint. I have the shade Medium. I love this stuff so much. They are in fact coming out with a sequel to it in a way. There's going to be a new one added this year very, very shortly. So depending on where you live, you may have the new Les Beiges Water Fresh tint for the Les Beiges release. Here in Canada, they've sort of staggered it a bit. So the new Water Fresh tint is going to offer more coverage. And there's also going to be the Water Fresh tint blushes. There's going to be a new nail polish collection. I've seen photos from different countries in Europe where they have the new nail polish right now, and it's being sold at the counter with the Les Beiges release this summer. So I think in Canada, we're supposed to get this mid to late June. I think there may be delays, of course, because there have been so many delays for the past few years, but I think mid to late June, we should have all of that. I'm using the Chanel Corrector Concealer. This is number 20. I really love this because it has a little bit of peach pink to it, so it cuts any dark circles. Along the lines of, depending on where you live, the Les Beiges might be a little bit different right now. There's also going to be a translucent powder that's going to be new for the Les Beiges, but again, we don't have it currently in Canada. Maybe it'll come out in the next month or so. Okay, now that this is done, let's move on to the two jumbo oversized compacts. I am very excited about this. I think this is why you are here. So let's go into soft peach at first. I think, highlight first, bronze second. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's start off with a swatch. Yes, I'm going, in fact, and destroying the beautiful packaging. Well, it's meant to be used, isn't it? The soft peach powder. It sort of looks like a highlighter. It looks like a powder. Clearly there is soft peach in there, but I don't know if I would look at this. Well, I think depending on the light, there's a bit of reflection here. in the corners. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this because I'm very curious how this is going to look. Actually, the more I play with it, the more it starts to look like an actual highlighter. So, okay, let's go ahead and give it a try. Now, this doesn't really have a scent. Sometimes the Les Beiges products have a Les Beiges scent. I'm noticing like a cosmetic smell, but nothing dramatic. I'm using a Shiseido brush. This is the Maru Fude multi-use brush. It's really just for like anything. You can use it for powder, for highlighter, for blush. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me today? I forgot to add blush. I need to add some blush. I'm going into a Les Beiges stick blush number 20. Now, if you look at this, it looks like a bronzer, doesn't it? Actually, it's a blush. Let's go ahead and add this, if I can remember to do so. I'm using the Chanel touch-up brush. This is like a multi-purpose brush. You could use it for foundation, which I often do, or you can use it for blush application too. I apologize for being so kerfuffled today. This is a very natural blush. It's really interesting how it really looks like a bronzer stick, but when you apply it, it looks much more rosy. Okay, now that that is done, I added a little bit of color to myself. Let's go into the highlighter here with the Shiseido brush. I'm just going to go like this. Oh man, it's a lot of product here. I just don't know how intense it's going to be. Interesting. It really looks like a gold powder, like a gold highlighter. At first with the swatch, I wasn't certain. But it really is a highlighter because in the past, they've come out with highlighters that are just like a face powder. But no, this is a highlighter. It's very soft. It's not like a blinding, harsh highlighter that's too much. It's very beautiful. This soft peach definitely has warmth to it. It has gold. It's very beautiful. Like it catches the light very naturally, very beautifully. Wow. Okay. This is one product that I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up because I know you guys want to see a review, but I wasn't really certain, but wow. Oh, it's beautiful. And I'm going a little bit ham with it because it's very subtle. Like it's not, oh, it's gorgeous, wow. Okay, I love this. I would say you could also use this on your eyes too. It's very, very fine. It's like almost like a soft powder. When I look at this, I would think that it's almost like a loose powder highlighter because of how soft and light it is. Wow, it's gorgeous. I love this. I'm tempted to apply some to the rest of my body here because it is a face and body product, but I want to go into my liquid gold here in a second. So let's go ahead and dip into the bronzer. But like, I'm sorry, I can't stop staring at myself. I just think it's such a beautiful product. Like it really gives you that golden goddess look somehow with a powder without it being liquid. It's gorgeous. Now let's go into our deep sunbath here. This is the deep bronzer. So they do have a new kabuki brush available for sale to go along with this collection here. I have the classic kabuki brush. It's really great for a bronzer application. The new one is jumbo oversized to match the jumbo oversized powders, but when it comes to bronzer, I definitely want to be precise with the application personally, so I would stick with a small one. I mean, I would be worried if you get the large brush that you're going to bring it in places you don't want. So just be mindful. I'm going to go in gingerly to this one because it is quite deep and I don't want to add too much right away. See what I mean? This regular kabuki one just sort of fits exactly where you need it to. So just, I don't know, be mindful of that if you do decide to pick up the large one. So I think this deep one is dark, but I don't think it's too dark on me. I also put some on the bridge of my nose, but now I think I look like I have a sunburn. I really have been at the Riviera all day. I'm just taking my brush that I use for the Water Fresh tint. I didn't add anything. It just has some residual product, so I'm just going over top. Well, I wanted sun-kissed, I got sun-kissed. Let's go ahead and, I don't know if I should do lips next. Okay, so we're going to do one look like this. That's going to be monochromatic bronzed. I'm going into my Chanel Rouge Coco Flash 82 Live or Live. This is going to be, yeah, like monochromatic bronzed. If you had this in the shade Boy, I think this would also be a really beautiful look. I'm going to add the liquid highlighter bronzer, and then I will swap out for an orangey lip. I could see myself playing with this indefinitely because it looks gorgeous. So when you get it, you have to give it a pretty vigorous shake because the oil and shimmer particles do separate. So if you leave it on your vanity for a couple of hours or a couple of days, you'll see it separate. It doesn't look great. So you just have to give it a shake. It almost looks like one of those biphase eye makeup removers. You have to give them a good shake. Think of it like that. So it smells nice. I want to say it smells like the beach. It smells faint. It just smells nice. It smells clean. Let me go ahead and do a few drops here. I'm just going to swatch it here on the back of the hand. It really is a dry oil. It doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel greasy. It just sort of absorbs into the skin right away, and it makes you look like you just got back from the beach without any sort of sun damage. There is some shimmer in here, but it's very light, very faint. It's not a chunky glitter. Like I said, it looks like they just captured the sun, added a bit of gold, and put it in a bottle and sold it to us. Again, there is a slight scent. I can't quite pinpoint it. It smells a little bit like the Hydra Beauty White Peach and Melon, but like even lighter and more faint. Let me go ahead and add maybe just a little bit around here. Let's see what kind of mess I can create here in my workspace. Okay. It also actually doesn't have that much of a color. Like if you look at the bottle, it looks very dark, but it doesn't look that dark when you apply it. So I don't think you have to be worried about it staining your clothes in that sense. I mean, I'm wearing a pretty light color today, so I would let you know. I think if you apply more, you can see more color, but it's more just like a beautiful hydrating shimmer because the oil just sort of locks in whatever moisturizer you placed, and I just look luminous, healthy. Am I going to wear this every single day? Of course not, but I think it looks fabulous. I definitely feel very fabulous applying this. It feels very luxurious, very extra, very nice. This really isn't the type of product that I would normally buy. I must have entered like a fugue state when shopping, but I like it. It feels very luxurious, very extra. Am I going to use this every single day? No, but that's not the point, is it? It's just to sort of lean into this mermaid fantasy that I like to live. So let's look at this look with the monochromatic bronzed look. Let me know what you think. I think this definitely looks Les Beiges. This is definitely the vibe for the collection here. I love all the products that I got. I am honestly most blown away with the highlighter because part of me was like, this is going to be a face powder. No, it's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. So soft, so golden, so lovely. The bronzer is also nice. I'm glad that I went in very lightly. Let's go ahead and do some swatch comparisons because I want to show you some of the bronzers that I have previously from Chanel and how they compare. Let's go into Sunset first. This is the Healthy Glow bronzer from, I think it was 2 summers ago, and then they came out with it again last year. I'm going to give you a swatch of this one too. So this is Sunset on top here, and I'm really shocked because it looks more golden. It looks more sparkly, like there's more shimmer to it. I would say that this new bronzer for this year, it isn't like a harsh matte because their bronzers tend to look luminous, but this has less lightness and shimmer to it. I think Sunset has more shimmer particles in it. I also have one of the permanent Les Beiges, almost knocked something over, one of the permanent Les Beiges Healthy Glow illuminating powders, and I have the shade 50, which I have used as a bronzer. This is the powder here. It has been extremely well loved, as you can see. So this is number 50. I think this is going to be very close to the new deep sun, what is it called? Not sun-kissed, but Sunbath bronzer I just showed you. Now this is number 50 down here. It definitely is closest to it, and I thought it was going to be closer, but clearly Sunbath is darker than number 50. Probably is closer to like a 70, I would say. So just these two compared side by side. And then last but not least, I have one of their cream bronzers. This is the 390 Soleil Tan Universal Bronzer here. This came out, I think 2 years ago as well. So this is this one down here. This is very different, but the only similarity it has to the new bronzer that I got is the finish. Obviously this one is a cream and the one that I got is powder, but it looks like a very soft velvet matte finish is what I would describe the new bronzer that I'm wearing. Obviously I'm wearing highlighter too, but I would say it's like a soft velvet matte. It's matte, but it doesn't have any like sparkle or glitter particles to it. Now for the highlighter, let's go ahead and do some swatch comparisons of this one here too, because I have some other highlighters. I don't think they're going to be close to this at all, but it's always good to give perspective. I have here the Metal Peach highlighter from, oh gosh, when did this come out? I think this was a holiday release from like 3 years ago, something like that. This is peachy and warm, so I think this may be close, but even as I'm just touching it, I'm like, this looks and feels very different. Metal Peach looks more intense, more blinding, more highlighting, if that's a word, highlighting like that. I think that this new soft peach highlighting powder is just more natural. It's more soft. It's more, even it's softer, but it's very glowy. I don't know. It somehow gives you like molten lava cheeks in a powder format, which is great. And then I have the Éclat du Désert highlighter. A friend of mine wasn't using it, so she gifted it to me. So I have this here. Let me go ahead and just do a swatch of this one too. Again, very different, different finishes, different highlighters completely. I wouldn't look at any of these and think, wow, these look similar to each other. I really don't think they do. And I can go ahead and swatch also a regular Chanel Les Beiges face powder just to show you the difference. This compact I purchased, I think 3 or 4 years ago. This is number 20. So it's just the Healthy Glow Les Beiges powder. This is like a regular face powder. I'm going to go ahead and do a swatch. It's, you know, I'm actually not hitting pan, but I'm doing some damage on it, which is great. The face powder is down here. So it's really not close to it. I thought it was going to be like this, more of a face powder, but I was mistaken. It's really very unique, very beautiful. I am very happy to have picked up the highlighter and the bronzer. At first, I really wasn't going to get the highlighter, but then I was like, whatever, just add it to the cart. But yeah, I'm very happy with all 3 of the items here. For the bold lip, I'm going into my Chanel Rouge Coco Gloss in Bitter Orange. This is a gorgeous, essential summer must-have, in my opinion. The glossy bitter orange look really transforms the entire look. Let me know in the comments, do you prefer this one here? If you prefer bitter orange, leave a little orange heart. And if you preferred the more neutral look, leave a little brown heart. And we can tally the votes in the comment section. So overall, I am so happy with the Les Beiges this year. I am in the mood. I'm in the mood for summer, for heat, for bronzing, for glowing goddess J-Lo vibes. I love the highlighting powder. Like, that was the sleeper hit for me. I wasn't expecting to like it so much. The bronzer is beautiful. I don't know what happened that I didn't get the medium one, but I'm glad that I could make the deep one work for me. If this happens to you, that you accidentally get the darker one, just go in a little bit lighter. I don't think it's too dark. I think it's just dark enough, but just go in with a lighter hand. I think the finish is beautiful. It applies very nicely, very easily. It's not something you have to dig into. It's just beautiful quality. Like, if you like this collection, if you like these complexion products, you are not going to be disappointed. You're going to love it. The packaging is gorgeous. The detailing is gorgeous. And this body oil, like, it's just adding just enough shimmer. It's not tacky. It's not greasy looking or greasy feeling. It's just beautiful. So beautiful. I am so happy with this collection here. So happy to have ordered it online. If you do want to shop in person, normally I go to Holt Renfrew and I go see Julia. She's the counter manager at Chanel. That's where I typically go to, but this showed up online a few weeks earlier or a few days earlier. I don't know. There's been so much back and forth with the release dates. So when I saw this online, I was like, click, 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 click. So sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this new release, the Les Beiges. Are you getting it? Have you placed items, reserved? What are your thoughts? I want to hear from you. Honestly, I think for the limited edition items, this is a run, don't walk situation, because I think a lot of this is going to sell out very quickly. It's so beautiful. It's so Les Beiges, it's so Chanel, it's so summer. So if you want to get this, don't wait. I will provide affiliate links down below. As you know, when you do shop my affiliate links, it does support me and help me out and help me run this whole operation. So keep that in mind when you do your shopping. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you take the time to subscribe. And for those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you so much for continuing our beauty community journey here. I think this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.